Today, we will watch an hour-long montage of some of the most corrupt cops caught on their body cams and then later owned, starting with this tyrant who tried to use his power to intimidate innocent individuals.
Why are you putting me in the car? You should put him! He's shot at me though!
Hang on.
I'm scared right now. He shot at him for no reason.
Cops are often caught breaking the very laws they were swore to uphold, but sometimes their actions spiral out of control. Today we will look at cases where these corrupt officers were exposed for doing some of the worst things imaginable. On October 13th, 2020, off-duty Chicago police officer Joseph Cabrera yelled at a couple parked in his neighborhood. The cop grabbed the man by the neck to intensify the situation as he got out of the car to confront Cabrera.
Hey, stay right there. Stop.
I wasn't doing anything.
Stop.
Okay? I'm scared. He shot at me.
Okay, when I say stop.
Stop. I'm not doing anything.
You got anything on you?
No,
dude?
you can check
Keep
me
your hands up.
and everything.
Keep your hands up, dude.
I didn't do anything, officer. He shot at me.
Okay.
You can understand our friends.
Relax.
I was
Hey,
I'm
dude,
scared
relax.
for my life.
Relax.
What do you mean? Why are you putting me in handcuffs? He shot at me.
Relax. You gonna let us talk to you, brother?
Calm down, dude.
Hey,
Calm down.
You want me to talk to you? All right, hey. Here's the thing, see? We roll up on this, we just gotta figure out what's going on. See, you ran up to me, I get you're upset, and you're scared, okay? I'm not saying you did anything to this, we're gonna get
I don't know why he pulled up a gun.
Hey, buddy, I gotta let you know, body camera's on, okay? You're being recorded, okay? 814, deep breaths, man. In and out, deep breaths, all right?
Officer Cabrera pulled out his gun and shot the man twice but was unsuccessful. In a panic, Cabrera immediately called 911 and said that the victim had attacked him first.
You got anything on you, buddy?
No.
Nothing sharp, nothing like that?
Nothing.
Okay. Where do you live at, man?
Midwest, right here at Dawson.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Me and my girlfriend, I don't know if he thought we were fighting or something, and he came back of us the first time, so we
What's
moved
this?
out of the way. Oh, it's I think it's my pen, for my cartridge, the cartridge.
Okay, sure.
And I'm right here. We stop right here. We stop right here. There, that's my girlfriend right there. She's coming.
I got him.
She's seen everything.
All right. Like I said, buddy, you're just being held while we figure out what's going on, okay?
What do we need?
He shot at me.
All right. Get him in the car.
Why me? Why do I gotta go in the car for?
We're figuring this out.
No, why do I have to be in the car?
Nothing on him, we checked him.
Shockingly, the victim was detained and seated in the police cruiser while Officer Cabrera, seemingly intoxicated and unsteady, was left to spin his version of the story.
You should put him! He shot at me though!
Hang on.
Are you serious?
Listen, I've been talking to you this whole time, all right, bud?
You said you'd be all right?
Yeah.
If you want
You need an ambulance?
I don't know, man. I'm pretty upset right now.
They just said they were with them. 812. Are we slowing it down yet? Or
I don't know. I'm feeling. I don't know.
You got palpitations, you
But
okay?
it's an 8 on the
You want me to call you an
I don't know
ambulance?
where the
No, ma'am.
812 and 8.
You want me to call you an ambulance?
5-2 and monitor. You can slow it down.
Figure out what's going on.
Said this guy over here said this guy attacked him. While he was attacking him, I guess he
I don't know why he pulled up a gun.
tried to spray him or not. He said he did since the shots might have came off. You know what I mean?
Oh, brother, so he has to go and do a TRR.
Officer Cabrera, displaying an air of entitlement, refused to acknowledge his own wrongdoing, instead insisting that he was in the right.
Hey, all right, listen up. What's going on? Talk to me. What happened?
So I'm at the end of the block, okay? I'm having a conversation with my girlfriend because
Okay.
I'm about to drop her off.
Okay.
And this guy pulls up in back of us like really aggressive. And
Okay.
he asked us the first time, like, oh, are you guys okay? Do you guys need an ambulance or help or anything? I'm like, no, like, we're fine. And he stays in back of us. So I turn around and we go at the end of this block instead. And he comes in back of us again. He's like, I don't know what kind of you guys are pulling, but you guys need to get the out of here. And I'm like, sir, we're not arguing. What are things going on? What is your problem? And he started getting aggressive with me. And then he started putting his finger in my face and grabbed my neck.
Okay.
And that's when I punched him. And then he pulled out a gun on me and shot me.
Did you get hit?
No, I didn't get hit, but I heard it. Everything was right next to my face.
Okay. Remember to take those breaths, okay? Take those breaths. Calm down. I'm gonna roll your window down a little bit, right?
Eventually, the officers returned, and that person was still visibly shaken by the traumatic encounter.
Hold on.
What happened?
Listen to me. You are not under arrest, okay?
But if you would have shot me, what happened?
You are not under arrest right now, okay? So,
You're not under arrest. We're just trying to figure out what's going on, okay?
The corrupt officer remained composed and unaffected as the victim struggled to control his emotions. Moments later, the victim's girlfriend arrived at the scene and explained what had unfolded earlier.
Okay, so I'm scared right now. He shot at him for no reason. So he's dropping me off. We park right here.
Where you live?
At first, we went over there. He dropped me off. He didn't do anything. We didn't do anything. We weren't arguing or anything. This car comes in, driving fast and stops quick.
Okay.
And then tells us, are we fine? I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, we are. There was no argument or anything. He was just dropping me off.
So this guy just ran up and shot at you for no reason?
Okay, he came around because we were weird about it. I even told my sister about it. That this weird cop, or not cop, this weird guy stopped out of nowhere and told us that we were fine if we needed an ambulance or something.
Okay.
We're like, no, what the heck? But we're fine.
As the cops pieced together the reality, the victim was swiftly uncuffed and let free. A bystander also came forward to confirm the victim's story.
And then he came to my boyfriend's face, yelling at him and everything. I'm like, sir, we're not doing anything.
Where you stay at, man?
Right here, look, a couple houses down.
Stay with you too?
No, he was dropping me home, and then this guy just comes at his face.
All right, I know.
Turn around. Try to control your breathing, man, okay?
In through your nose, out through your mouth, okay?
Yes, okay. You're not hurt or anything, right? I don't see any...
Was your girlfriend in the car?
She was there the whole time. She's seen
Where's she
everything. She's over there.
She's over there? Okay.
Have a seat. Have a
Have a seat, okay?
Okay? Just relax.
Cabrera was taken into custody by the authorities and was charged with attempted murder. However, he later pled guilty to a lesser charge. Now, despite the seriousness of his crimes, the judge ultimately sentenced him to 24 months of probation. This was an absolute disgrace, but the next case proves that these officers can sink even lower.
Get out of my head!
Put your hands behind your back!
On February 19th, 2024, a group of teenagers yelled "F the police" as they passed a group of officers. The police were agitated by this and started chasing them.
On the grass!
Get out of my head!
Put your hands behind your back!
Please don't do anything.
Hands behind your back.
You hit my face. I'm sorry. I'm complying.
You move, I will break your face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You understand me?
Yes, I understand.
10-3.
I'm on.
Disregard.
I'm bleeding.
Where you at?
I'm bleeding. My face.
1376, Harris.
Alright, stop. That's that's the torch. Alright, sorry. Alright, I won't do it again.
Yeah, make sure you don't have a gun, brother.
I don't got a gun. I don't got, chill,
While most of the teens managed to escape, one was caught and subjected to harsh treatment. The officers seemed intent on making his life difficult, using their authority to escalate the situation.
Heard it for what?
You're under
For
arrest.
what,
We tell
bro?
you stop, you don't get run.
It wasn't that serious, bro.
It is now.
Alright, it is now, bro. Then you didn't have to do my face like that.
You can shut down any 60s, we're fine.
Bro, y'all pick up my AirPods and my phone and my Alright,
What's your name?
bro, it's Adonis. Can I grab my AirPods and
I'll get him later.
Alright,
Hey, Wagon's back here.
alright, chill, you don't have to do that.
Officer Donovan Beavers was the most aggressive cop in the pursuit. As he caught up with the teenager, he slammed the young man's head onto the concrete pavement, throwing his belongings over him in a fit of anger.
Chill.
And once, I'm not letting you run away. I'm getting you to the cruiser safely, you understand?
Alright, bro. Alright.
Separate your feet. You have one chance to listen.
Alright.
The tyrant cop escalated the situation by escorting the teenager to the police cruiser, gripping his dreadlock. This disturbing display of force is all the more troubling considering the teenager had not committed any crime.
Bro, you didn't even put these on me right.
Failure to comply.
Alright.
You're under arrest.
Alright.
Let me get some gloves, because you're covered in blood.
Alright.
You got AIDS?
No.
Hey, look at me.
Bro.
If you spit or anything,
Bro.
charge you with felony. You understand?
I'm not trying to spit. I got blood in my mouth. Bro.
Hey.
All right,
No
chill.
cussing.
Chill.
Separate
chill,
your feet.
Chill.
Look at me like a man.
Chill. No, you just, bro, put your hands on me. Can y'all go grab my stuff?
We'll get your
He
stuff. Just,
dropped my
just
phone,
listen
my
and
air.
focus on this for right now. Focus on this. Just listen to what he's saying, okay?
You got anything on you? Poke me, stick me, harm me.
No. Damn, why you taking my, bro, like, bro, can you grab that?
Grab it in a second. Chill out.
Bro, look out.
Separate your feet.
Oh yeah, you're a son. Keep your son. Oh my dad is your son. Bro, look at you tugging my boy.
Let me help you.
Officer Beavers seemed to be battling his own inner demons, as there is no other explanation for why he would lose his composure over a teenager's harmless words.
There's cuffs on you, because you're here.
Sorry. Bro,
Hold still.
Yeah,
they said that like
Yeah, they shut it down.
bro, like, what are you on there for?
We're looking for...
You ran? I'm making sure you don't have a weapon on you.
You're not gonna
Look at
find
me.
nothing on me.
I'm making sure you
You're
don't have
not
a weapon
gonna
on
find
you.
nothing on me. You're not gonna on me.
We need to backtrack it off.
Was it that?
Bro, can I get switched to a different cruiser? I do not want to go with this. I don't trust this. Oh my god.
That's not how this works.
I do not trust him. What the
You unlock the thing, so you can put him back.
Yeah.
bro, I do not trust you.
I'll help you in a second.
Bro, oh my god.
What is more shocking to see is that it is not a single cop on the scene bothered to call EMS, even when blood was clearly streaming from the boy's mouth.
What did you have to do this for? Like,
You ran from us.
alright, but you still don't have to.
I am a law enforcement
Alright, you
officer.
don't have to.
Yeah, so let him go.
I think that way.
Hey, will you let him go? Yeah. Come here. That's his police. Can you read?
Yes.
I'm a Columbus police officer.
Yes.
When I stop you, you have to stop.
Alright.
You're now failing to comply.
Alright. Alright.
You're under arrest.
Alright.
You need to make it to Roger on the street, okay?
Are you okay?
The young boy was taken to the police station and charged. However, justice was served quickly when Officer Beavers was then fired from the police department shortly after this incident. Now, this was hard to watch, but the nightmare continued with the shocking use of authority and power in this next case.
I was just speaking. I'm the police chief in Zebulon.
Well, nice to meet you, sir.
Matt Pope worked for me. Your chief worked for me.
On August 26, 2022, two Georgia police officers stopped Zebulon Police Chief Jonathan Hemphill during a routine traffic stop. What followed was a display of entitlement as he believed he was above the law.
Say hello. Was that illegal?
No, no, sir. The reason why we're stopping you is because it's a wind intent violation.
I blinked my blue lights at you to let you know who I was.
Yes, sir. Well, we didn't know with it. That's not a government tag.
That is a unofficial tag.
Okay.
That tag's not even on file.
I see. Yes. Well, we have to catch up the bill to run it and everything like that, sir.
So I won't blink my blue lights at you next time. I'll let you just sit there. I was just speaking. I'm the police chief in Zebulon.
Well, nice to meet you, sir.
Matt Pope worked for me. Your chief worked for me.
Yes, sir. There's no need to get upset.
I'm upset because I spoke to you when I come by, and now you're pulling me
Sir,
over.
I've never met you a day in my life.
I understand that.
Right.
Why are you being hostile?
Easy. I don't have to talk to you.
Okay.
Easy. I'm not talking to you.
Why are you being hostile right now?
Are y'all gonna write me a ticket? Are you gonna write me a ticket?
Sir, we're just trying.
I'm the police chief in Zebulon. Do you wanna write me a ticket?
Why are you coming up to me like
Write me a
that?
ticket.
I'm doing my job, right?
What are you stopping for?
I'm stopping. Well, for one, the it's dark. You
I have
flashed your
blue lights in my car.
Okay, you know how many officers have blue lights in
Are
their
you writing me a ticket? Yes or no?
Chief Hemphill showed zero respect for the female officer, berating her as the rules didn't apply to him. Despite the deputy's attempts to control the situation, Hemphill's arrogance only fueled it.
You write me a ticket, I'm just gonna leave.
Do you have a driver's license?
Sure, I have my driver's license.
Come on, Riley.
I'm fixing to make it a whole lot more. Your boss worked.
1111. I'm out here with Illinois.
Just like anybody else.
Okay, so Scotland 1 Dr. in Charles, Black Color, to Machine Construction Company out of Losersville. Registration shown expired, valid insurance, -99.
Just confirming Bravo Frank Mike 1175 BFM 1175.
I don't want to hear that from you. Okay. You let her do her job.
28 returns to
Hemphill stubbornly refused to back down, making an already tense situation worse. Behavior like this erodes trust in law enforcement for so many people.
11. Make sure you're recording.
Yeah. What?
She's about bringing your driver's license back up.
That's fine.
Yeah. First when we ran the tag, it came back to like a Dodge Ram, so we're just
It's not a
confirming it's
Dodge
not.
Ram.
Yes, sir. We're
It's
just,
a ghost tag.
yes, sir. We're
You
making.
must have anything back with that tag.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're just.
You must have run it wrong. You must have run it wrong because you wouldn't come back to a Dodge Ram.
We were confirmed it. They let us know and everything.
So it's still coming back to a Dodge Ram now?
Sir, can I ask why you're so upset?
Is it still coming back to a Dodge Ram
No,
now?
we got it fixed. Why are you so upset?
No, you didn't fix it. Is it still coming back to a Dodge Ram right now?
No, it came back 9 on 5.
That's right, because you run it wrong.
Sir,
Somebody run it wrong. Either you did or they did.
We're about to get the information.
Okay,
and get
I
it
got
back
your
to you.
chief on the phone right now. That's
Yes, sir.
fine.
I
That's fine.
understand.
That's fine.
Can you calm down for us, please?
I appreciate your service. I appreciate your service.
All right.
I'm just saying, I spoke to you guys. I didn't have to do that. I could have eased on by y'all. I appreciate the job y'all out here doing.
Chief,
I
I'm trying to be
y'all.
respectful with you.
I understand
okay?
that. I understand.
I'm not raising my voice or nothing at
understand
you,
that.
right?
It is astonishing how these high-ranking officers act as though they are above the law. A calm conversation wouldn't hurt anybody, even if this was just a misunderstanding.
But I'm trying to tell you, the only
okay?
thing I done wrong was spoke. Y'all never would have pulled me over if I hadn't flicked my blue lights
No,
at you.
sir. No, we were going to pull you up. Actually, Indian, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm telling you straight up, okay?
Okay. All right.
But like I said, there's people out here impersonating police officer with blue lights.
Or you threw my she threw my license. If she is, get them for me.
She'll bring it to you, sir.
Okay, well that's fine.
I'm just trying to. I'm trying to talk with you.
I don't want to talk anymore about it.
All righty.
That's unprofessional.
Yes, very unprofessional.
The chief was let go, and after the video, an internal investigation found the chief guilty of policy violations. He received an oral reprimand and was required to undergo anger management and de-escalation training. Think this was the worst a cop could do? The next story will make you think twice.
Shot fired! Shot fired! Front door! Front door! Front door!
On November 15th, 2024, the San Diego Sheriff's Office was called to a trespassing incident at a home on the 90 block of Leland Street.
911 emergency.
Hi, yes, I need a police officer to my house. They've been to my house numerous of times. An ex-boyfriend just showed up, and he's like,
What at?
He has a gun on him. And
What's the address?
950 Leland Street.
Was that a house or an apartment?
A house.
What is your name?
Sí, tío, para allá. My name.
Where is he at right now?
He's inside the house.
And you're outside?
Yes.
How did he get inside? Does he live there? How did he get inside?
No, he doesn't live here, ma'am. He literally just showed up. It's because he went through the backyard and he's in the house.
Okay.
Oh, bye, tío, bye.
One moment.
Yeah, so the police have been here. They were already, he hasn't been here for over a week because they took him home. They literally took him home a week ago.
Uh-huh.
And he showed up today. I wasn't even expecting him to show up, and he just literally showed up. And he's disoriented, and he's under the influence of something.
The woman revealed that her ex-boyfriend had entered her house through the rear door, armed with a and behaving erratically. To make matters worse, 4 children were also inside the house.
Okay. He literally had a gun. He's not trying to hurt me with it, but the thing is, he's mental issues. I don't know where he got it from, and I don't.
Where is it at? In his pocket, in his waist?
Yeah,
where is it at?
In his pocket. In his pocket, and he's not trying to hurt me, ma'am. But I don't feel safe with him here. They already told me to get a restraining order on him, but he leaves, and I hadn't had to deal with him. And so he showed up today and talking to the voices in his head saying, like, this is his house, he's protecting his family, but he's not protecting nothing. He's scaring everybody. And my kids actually just got out of school, and they don't know what's going on because I keep it from them, and I told them to stay in their room.
The distressed woman was outside the home, and she told them that the armed suspect had gone to the backyard, but her 4 kids were still inside the home.
Accident. 717 boy, 2 vehicle, 1181, negative, or actually 180 is in the log. I'll be 98, I'll be en route to log, 637.
50 out of 30, the 4 Juvies have been retrieved from the house.
450, copy the Juvies.
The The suspect behaved strangely in the backyard as the deputies entered the home, but the deputies safely extracted the 4 children from the house. And instead of talking the situation out, the cops showed up at the house with their guns drawn.
That's, yeah, I think we can, yeah. I don't know how well we can see through that screen door. Can you? All right, hold on 1 second. I got.
Copy, he's in and out of the house, blue shirt and blue shorts.
Master 1, it does appear that he's actively using narcotics right now.
Actively using narcotics.
He's opening the residence door.
He's opening the residence door. Last seen tonight.
Master 1, he's standing at the threshold of the door.
10-4.
He's come out of the house.
Copy, somebody's coming out of the house.
Second time.
Okay, we copy 1,000 feet and extending to the east. We're picking up off the pad now. We'll be in our team. Can you just give me the numbers on Leland?
Yeah, the numbers on Leland are 950.
Okay, we copy. And then you were given the description of him. I copied a 30-year-old. I copied the clothing and just pin in his race for me.
HM about 5'8". Come in at
he's back outside
1,600 above me, and then when you guys get on scene
Copy
and
outside
get out
in front
of the site, I'll depart whatever direction is convenient for you.
Copy 1,600. We're departing the base now.
This is the front door, has the dining room. Back inside.
Back inside.
Victor, let's just talk, man. Come on. Can you just come out so we can talk?
Carefully moving alongside the house, deputies tried to approach the suspect. Seeing the cops with their guns drawn would make anyone nervous, which then prompted the suspect to fire twice in the backyard.
Man, don't do it. Don't point, man. Yeah. Shot fired! Shot fired! Front door! Front door! Front door! I found the front door! Get back! Get back! Front door! Front door! He's at the front door! Hold! 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 Guns down! Move! Get the gun out of the way! I got door! I got door! I got door! I got the gun! Alright, hold it! Hold! That's it! That's it! Hold! That's it! Alright, back up! Hold! Hey, someone check his pulse, start doing vitals. Everyone clear out, secure the scene, please.
Next, this private investigator took this corrupt cop to the cleaners, giving him a lesson in the law.
I will be filing an internal affairs complaint against you. Not that your corrupt internal affairs will do anything about it. It's a thick blue line. I used to be part of it. I understand it.
Cops believe they have unlimited authority and can intimidate anyone they wish. Well, here are some times they got up against the wrong individual and ended up getting humiliated in no time. In September 2020, a private investigator was working a case near a residence when an officer pulled up and ordered him to step out of his car. The officer then demanded ID, unaware he was dealing with someone with a far better understanding of the law than he did.
And then you were relocated here. This is what was dispatched to me.
Okay,
and you're parked in front of somebody's house. This is not a normal place for people to be parked.
Okay.
And I am asking you to identify yourself.
Okay.
Okay? And you have to, by law, identify yourself. I need your ID, sir, to verify who you are.
I have to identify myself if you suspect me. Florida, is this a Terry stop? Am I being detained?
You are, right now. Yes, you are.
Under suspicion of what crime, sir?
Loitering and prowling.
Do you know what loitering is?
I do.
Under the statute,
Sir, here's what's
loitering?
gonna happen. Here's what's going to happen. You're gonna give me your driver's license here in a minute, or you're gonna go to jail for resisting.
Okay.
I'm being honest with you.
I'm going to give him a license, then I'm going to file an internal affairs complaint on you for violating my Fourth Amendment right.
The investigator was forced to hand over his ID under the threat of arrest, but the officer was about to realize he had messed with the wrong guy.
If you want to sit around and wait for a supervisor, we're more than happy to do that.
Well, you got no problem sitting here detaining me.
Do you want to sit around and wait for a supervisor?
I asked for a supervisor. I'd like for you to call a supervisor. I'm glad you got a smile on your face while you're violating my rights. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I suggest you refresh yourself on the law and what reasonable suspicion is. You go ahead and smile now. I will be filing an internal affairs complaint against you. Not that your corrupt internal affairs will do anything about it. Apparently you boys in blue don't know how to break that line.
He wasn't about to let the officer violate his rights and walk away unchallenged. While waiting for the supervisor to arrive, he put the deputy in his place.
There's no public
Yeah, but you also know there's a state you have to have a reasonable cause to run my tag through David. That's why that state trooper, that's why the Florida Highway Patrol trooper got sued, right?
Okay, sir, listen. If I ran your emergency contact, looked at your emergency contact information, that we're not allowed.
6429 with a valid.
You need to move your vehicle out from in front of her house.
Why?
So you need to move your vehicle out from your house. Okay?
So you're saying it's illegal for me to sit there?
Is there even a shoulder? You're parked in the grass. Is there even
It's
a
an
shoulder
easement, 33 feet from the center line. Are you giving me a lawful
You're free to
command?
go. You can go, or you can wait for the supervisor to come.
I'm going to wait for the supervisor.
Please do. Don't go back in your vehicle.
Why can't I go back in my vehicle?
Because I'm standing out here and I don't know what's in your vehicle.
So once again, once the supervisor leaves and you leaves, am I allowed to sit there and stay there? That's a simple yes or no question.
Why are you sitting here?
I am working.
Okay.
The officer clearly needed to revisit the Constitution, though it's doubtful he had ever read it. The investigator was now ready to expose the officer's ignorance.
You've came here, you've required me to show ID when I didn't have to. I'm sitting on the side of a road, I haven't broken a law, and you abused your authority. That gun and that badge doesn't give you abusive rights.
Can I just ask you a quick question?
Sure, go right ahead.
Do you have a house?
Do I have a house?
Do you live somewhere?
No, I live under a rock.
See, now you're being sarcastic, and I'm just asking you honest questions. You're getting upset. I'm not even saying anything. So you live at a house. You got private property, right? So you, in your experience, if somebody was parked right in front of your house like that vehicle is, would that rouse your suspicion?
Perhaps, yeah.
Would you call law enforcement?
No.
You'd probably go out and handle it yourself.
Probably.
Would you arm yourself and go out there and do it?
May or may not.
Okay, well, not everyone has that courage, sir. They're not as brave as you. So that's when they call us, because this is who we swore our oath to, the citizens of Alachua County.
The investigator made it clear officers swear an oath to protect, not violate people's rights, as the deputy had done in this case. Despite the deputy's attempts to laugh it off and provoke him, the investigator refused to let the situation de-escalate.
Do you think this is funny, deputy?
No, I do not think
Let's make it serious. Let's talk to each other like two gentlemen, okay? You do understand the Fourth Amendment, right, deputy? What does the Fourth Amendment guarantee?
I'm not going to say here.
See, you don't want to talk about something you're going to lose at.
You keep shutting me down. I'm trying to explain to you what's going on.
No, you're not. You're avoiding it. I'm answering your questions, and you don't want to answer mine. Go ahead.
I'm trying to explain this very nicely to you, sir.
Suspicion.
I have, and that's all I need. Reasonable suspicion that a crime is or about or has been committed.
Am I in bizarro world, or is this deputy not understanding the English language? Okay, listen to me once again. In order to require me to ID myself. See, you don't want to listen.
Going in circles?
No, because you're not listening.
You're standing here for the supervisor. I don't particularly want to talk to you anymore. You're free to get in your car and leave.
No,
if you want to get in your car,
you're not listening.
Or you can wait for the supervisor.
The deputy clearly did not understand that mere suspicion is not enough to detain someone. Reasonable, articulable suspicion is required. The investigator then posed another question, and once again, the crooked cop had no answer.
You have no control or custody over me.
You're not coming near me.
You don't tell me what to do.
I'm telling you, you're not coming near me. You're gonna.
I'm not coming near you. I'm looking to see what this deputy. Make sure you don't get a rifle and shoot me. You know, you cops aren't known for shooting people. You want to say suspicion. Suspicion is not a crime. Loitering, which is also contempt of cop, that standard's also not met, because under the Florida statute, you must give me a reason to articulate why I'm in the area I am. I explained to you that I'm an investigator and I'm working. I can tell by your body language, man. I'm a certified interrogator. I've been doing this job for 16 years. All right? Look at your body. Look at your body language.
You can't have a conversation. I
really?
tried to have a conversation.
What are we doing
and
now?
all you're doing is jumping up and down. You're
I'm
getting all
jumping up and
upset.
down.
You don't know anything. You're being insulting. You're being rude. But you want me to be nice to you. That's
I'm
how
not asking
want
you
this
to be. I'm not asking you to be nice. You haven't been nice to me. You violated my Fourth Amendment. You're telling me what to do and what I can't do. You told me I can't stay there when I have every legal right to sit there. See, you think that's all okay. Because once again, you have that gun and that badge, and you think that gives you the right to tell people what to do when you have no legal authority to do so.
The deputy was clearly out of his depth, and continuing the conversation seemed pointless, so the investigator decided to wait in his car, but the deputy found yet another issue with that.
But I'm gonna just go wait up at my vehicle.
Yeah, sir, listen to me. Do not go. I do not know what's in
I
your
didn't
vehicle.
say in. I did not say
You're
in.
gonna either wait here or you're gonna leave. You're not going in that near that vehicle.
I'm just gonna go stand
You're not
over there.
going near that vehicle. I do not know what's in that vehicle, and the way you're acting right now, I don't trust you. You're gonna either stand here, wait for the supervisor, or you're gonna tell me you're gonna leave, and then we're gonna get in our car and leave.
Am I being detained?
How would you like to? What did I just tell you? You can leave, but then we're leaving. That's the bottom line. If you're going back to the vehicle, we're gonna get
Go
out.
ahead and leave. I'll wait for the supervisor.
She's not coming up here by herself. I can tell you that right now. She's not, and I would not allow her
I'm
to come
such
up
a
here by
scary guy. Is it okay if I put my ID back in my wallet?
Absolutely.
Okay. I have no weapons on me.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna make any furtive movements. Make sure you don't pull your weapon and shoot. Okay.
Sir, you can put your ID back in your pocket.
All right. I appreciate that. All right. I'm gonna move now. Okay.
Okay.
It's crazy how these officers continue to violate people's rights under the guise of officer safety. Despite being armed and outnumbering the individual, they seem to be far too intimidated by him to back down.
Has this officer explained to you what's happened?
It's my understanding someone called in about your vehicle being parked on private property.
Okay.
All right. And then that you weren't happy with the way they were handling it. And so
Okay.
they called me.
May I ask you, is what I'm doing sitting here, is that a crime?
If this is private property, yes.
Okay. It's public easement, is it not?
Without looking at.
You know what public easement is,
I know what an
correct?
easement is,
Okay. All right. Now, you're a sergeant, so I know you've been on the force for a while.
Correct.
I'm sure, although not semantically accurate with the law, you're probably accurate enough to know how far easement goes off the road. And the fact that someone pulled right off the shoulder is on public easement. I mean, if you would give me that much? Okay.
The sergeant arrived, and although she was much more ready to listen to what the investigator had to say, she wasn't going to side with the truth.
Where I draw the issue is when this deputy over here demanded under the threat of arrest for me to ID myself, when I clearly articulated to this deputy, by the U.S. Constitution, I'm guaranteed a Fourth Amendment right. Not only that, under Florida statute and Florida Constitution, under Florida statute, he must either have RAS or PC that I've either committed a crime or about to commit a crime.
I'm going to stand over here if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So when we make contact with someone, that's the first thing we do is identify them so we know who we're out with.
That's your policy. I agree with that. But again, I'm talking about the law when he has a right to demand under the color of authority code, U.S. Code 18, Section 242, which is deprivation of rights under the color of law. When you all put that badge on and take an oath, you become what's under the color of law. You have authority given to you. And he must meet certain requirements in order to use that authority under the color of law.
It turned out the supervisor wasn't any better, and things quickly went from bad to worse for the investigator.
And actually, under the law, if I'm not allowed to tell law enforcement, I can get in trouble with the law if I tell you who I'm working.
I don't.
Statute 493.
Well, I know in the past when we
What?
have a.
I never asked.
I'm sorry?
I never asked you where you're working.
Okay, would you like me to stop the video?
hold on.
You want to stand fast on that, deputy?
Listen, I'm standing here to help. Okay, just.
Yeah, but he just told a lie.
Okay, well, I know in the past when people are working as a private investigator, they will call our communications
yes.
to let them know I'm out here at this address so we don't get calls like this, right? So we could have avoided this whole
Well,
situation.
no, that's not necessarily true, and you are correct. That's something we normally do. It is a courtesy. It's not a requirement.
Right.
Nothing's going to come of it. All right. I've been doing my activism for years, and you know, it's not a thin blue line. It's a thick line. I used to be part of it. I understand it. I don't agree with it, but I understand it. But I have an issue. I want this gentleman count. I explained to him, it's not that I don't want to give you my ID, but because I'm an activist, I stand firm on my constitutional rights. I explained to him about the Fourth Amendment, and I explained he doesn't have a legal right to demand my ID.
Well, we're here for a call. We're here for a purpose. It's not like this was a self-initiated call. We got a call from a citizen. We have a legal right to be here.
Yes.
The sergeant seemed completely clueless, and despite being educated by the citizen, she continued to side with her corrupt deputy.
For a Terry stop, okay?
This isn't a Terry stop.
Exactly. It wasn't a traffic, and I'm not required to produce ID. This is not a stop and ID state. In the state of Florida, under statute, in order for me to be required to ID myself, you must either suspect me of committing a crime or about to commit a crime, and you must either have PC of that or RAS. He kept on saying his reasonable suspicion was just suspicion. That's what he thinks his standard is for me to be required to ID. And I asked him, sir, suspicion of what crime?
Yes, I would like to at this point move on though and try to get this resolved. I'm sure you obviously have a job to do, right?
Yeah,
You're on.
but how's it going to be resolved? I would like acknowledgement, and if you don't feel comfortable, I'd like for you to say so for the record.
Oh, you're not being detained, but anytime, like on a traffic stop, when we approach a vehicle and someone needs to get something out of their vehicle, we walk with them.
But it's over with. He was done with me. He said I couldn't get back in my vehicle until he left. He doesn't have any right to control me like that.
All right, like I said, you're here on a job, and I know you said you won't tell us who you work for or whatever. Is there any way that we can confirm that you're here doing a private investigate? Or
I gave my investigator's license.
Oh, you did? Okay, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
ma'am.
It is incredibly difficult to get a police officer to admit wrongdoing. The investigator kept voicing his concerns, but the corrupt sergeant remained stubborn, continuing to flex her authority.
Oh, so since I'm
Right, like I said, I want to move forward at this point and try to resolve it. Obviously, like I said, they were here on a call. She's, a mom, young kids. She's saying, I guess there's a bus stop right down here.
I have no problem with none of that.
So when they show up and make contact with you, they have a right to ask for your identification.
Ask. They have a right to ask. He does not have a right to threaten me with arrest, which he did.
Well, honestly, right when they show up on a call and they ask for your ID and you refuse to give it to them when they're here for a lawful reason, that could be considered resisting without. That is an arrestable offense.
I know the subsection for resisting without violence. It's not. I have 2 cases going to the Florida Supreme Court.
Okay.
One of them is over this very same matter, which I'm about to sue the state for $5 million. All right, so I think I'm pretty well versed on what I'm doing.
The female supervisor was clearly no match for this fierce citizen, who soon realized he wouldn't get anything out of this.
The U.S. Constitution and being a servant to the citizens, I expect you to uphold the law, because you guys take every opportunity to say that I'm enforcing the law. But when I see officers break the law, they're not so quick to stand fast on it. And that's what that deputy has done. He has broken the law by violating my constitutional rights. And I know that's maybe all, we can just brush that aside, that's no big deal, we're doing what we're supposed to do. I'm asking you to really look deep into it, what I'm saying. We're losing our way in this country, deputy. I'd like you to research the law, and if you verify what I said is true, I want him counseled. I will be doing a PRR on his video and audio, and I will be filing an internal affairs complaint because I believe I'm steadying my claim. Thank you for your time, man. Is it okay for me to go to my vehicle? Okay.
This guy was 100% grounded in the law, standing up for his rights and what he believed was the truth. This is how every citizen should handle their interactions with the police. He continued to file a complaint against the deputy, and it is highly likely he will also pursue a lawsuit against the deputy and the city. While this cop messed with the wrong person, this next tyrant made an even bigger mistake.
Get out of the car. Get out of the goddamn car before you get tased. What up, sir? Put this motherfucker in park!
In May 2023, Deputy Creech of the Galveston County Sheriff's Office flagged down Mr. Sanyal, who was approaching a roadblock in the middle of the road. While it seemed like a normal stop at first, things were about to escalate quickly.
Watch out, Haley!
Yeah.
Alright. Just bring it out here to where this wreck is. Alright, just I'll call you back. Well, yeah, there's a police car right in the middle of the road.
What's going on?
And you're all on me. Where's your driver's license?
My driver's license is in my wallet, but I'm trying to get home. Right here. What's going on? Why is the road blocked?
Okay, do you see lights and police cars at the roadblock, and you think you're going to drive through it?
I'm going normal speed, but what's going on?
Normal speed, there's a car in the lane of traffic.
I know, why is there a car in the lane of traffic?
Mr. Sanyal was confused by the situation and calmly asked the deputy about what was happening. However, the deputy misinterpreted his questions and, instead of providing clarity, took actions that escalated the situation in an unexpected and troubling direction.
Is that your concern?
Absolutely. It's obviously on the opposite.
You ready to go to jail?
Sir, please,
Sir, please what? How about you come stand in the middle of the road and let a car come hauling at you?
I'm going at like 40 miles an hour, man.
Get out.
Report police lights.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Sir.
Get out of the car.
Get out.
Can I ask you what's going? Hey,
Get out of the car.
I'm recording all that.
Get out of the car.
Dude, please. I'm putting my wallet in my pocket.
Get out of the car. Get out of the goddamn car before you get tased.
What, sir?
Put this motherfucker in port.
Man.
Probably one of the worst police interactions you'd ever see. Deputy Creech is definitely one of the worst pigs to ever wear this uniform. And surprisingly, this gets even worse.
I have been going the speed limit. Ow! Get your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
Can you explain to me what's going on?
You're going to jail.
Without any warning, the deputy tases Mr. Sanyal, and to make matters worse, he cuts off his body camera. Later, he threw the individual on the pavement, smashing his face into the gravel as he placed his entire body weight on him.
Select your request to 23 days.
You can request it. Request decline.
Uber driver. Yeah, almost ran us over.
The deputy attempts to mock him by claiming him to be an Uber driver, and also says that he almost ran the cops over when clearly he slowed down in time. Keep watching as the deputy continues to lie.
Okay, my girl.
Nope, keep following. He used the Uber driver that tried to run us over.
If you think this cop was the worst, watch how this next tyrant was caught doing the unthinkable.
Any end of the vicinity, 6846, is your close to back up your unit, supervise your client, and call me number. What's up? Watch out.
Hey, shots fired. Officer, stop, shots fired.
It is shocking that the reckless officer continued firing, showing he was clearly unfit for duty. He should be removed from the force immediately.
Over.
36 shots. Suspect still on from Bell. Making a hell call, shots fired. Suspect currently on line and just north of Trump.
Go back in.
Any in the vicinity, please rush with Jerry. Go back.
Go back. Hey, get on your back!
Officer needs help flying north of Fountain. Officer needs help flying north of Fountain. Area needs to be in Hollywood frequency. Shots fired.
Gary, the suspect does have something in his hand and pointed at officers. And
don't reach for anything!
Northbound home.
Drop everything!
The suspect was only carrying a lighter that was shaped like a gun. He eventually dropped it, and the officers moved in to arrest him.
Don't do it, you. Don't do it.
Hey, give up your hands.
I can't do it.
Give up your hands.
You got me fucked up. Get right there, right there. Right there. I didn't have to wait out there.
Put your hands behind your back, guy.
Put your hands right there. I didn't have to wait.
The suspect, later identified as Morgan, was arrested, and luckily no one was harmed in this arrest despite the careless officer opening fire in traffic. If you think this officer's actions were reckless, wait until you hear what this guy did. It is even more shocking.
All right, go take your hand out of your pocket.
No, sir, I haven't done nothing. I've done absolutely nothing, no.
Hey, seriously.
Put your gun down, really? You don't touch me. You don't touch me.
On July 29, 2015, Don McComas noticed a police officer repeatedly circling around his house, so he started filming him. That is when the officer stopped and tried to do something funny.
He's now calling in my license plate number of my excursion. He thinks he's being funny now.
Things were about to get far from funny when Officer David Rodriguez got out of his car and began intimidating Don.
Alright, go take your hand out of your pocket. Okay?
No, sir, I haven't done nothing. I've done absolutely nothing, no.
Okay, seriously.
Put your gun down, really?
Edward's hand. Don't mean nothing.
This one's really got a gun on me. No. You don't touch me. You don't touch me.
I'm at that address.
You don't touch me.
Hey, man.
No, you don't touch me.
When I tell you to take your hand out.
I've done nothing.
Okay.
Nope.
You need to relax.
You go away.
Okay. I don't go away. I stay where I am. You can go in your house if you want, or you can stay out here. But you don't keep your hand in your pocket. Okay?
All of this just for filming the officer. As if pulling the gun out wasn't a bad idea, the sick cop keeps following him around as if he's about to shoot him if he doesn't comply.
My hand can be in my pocket. There's nothing in there. I've done nothing. What have I done? Answer me. What have I done? Why'd you get out of your vehicle?
You're taking a picture of me. I'm taking a picture of you.
You take a picture and leave.
Okay. I don't have to leave.
Neither do I.
So, I told you to take your hand out of your pocket. I just want to make sure you don't have a weapon.
You know I don't have a weapon on me.
I don't know that.
You do that. I'm completely clear. Wrong. You have your gun out because you're a police officer. You're trying to intimidate me, and this is going all over YouTube.
Put it on.
This is horrible. Trust me, I will. Okay. You guys have done enough to my family.
Okay. I don't even know who you are.
That's why you just happen to slowly approach my house, stop in front of my house, and then keep going. So that was just random. That was just random?
The officer's fragile ego couldn't handle being filmed. Don, feeling helpless, began to get scared as the cop continued to harass him, refusing to back off.
So you didn't stop at anyone's house. You didn't stop at anybody's house but mine.
What's wrong with you?
Your station is corrupt.
Oh. Are you some kind of a constitutionalist?
No, sir.
Crazy guy or something like that?
Is that what you're going after? Is that where you're going? Are you throwing claims around?
I'm asking you.
Are you throwing these around?
What's that?
Are you throwing labels around?
Why are you doing this?
Why are you sitting here with your gun out at me? This is why I'm doing this, to protect myself from you.
Okay. All right. You just stay right in front of me, and then we'll be all fine. Okay?
Am I being detained? Have I been accused? Are you accusing me of a crime? Are you suspecting me of a crime?
If I did, I would arrest you. Okay? So.
Bizarre as the officer feels that a constitutionalist is crazy. It is clear that he has never read it and is only a liability to the department.
Go ahead and have a nice day. Put it on YouTube. I don't really care.
I will, sir. Okay. Getting my stuff from my car.
Okay.
Soon after, the officer left the place and the video went viral on social media. Don filed a complaint with the police department, who found his actions justified. That is when he filed a lawsuit against the officer and the city, and the court found out his actions were illegal and his qualified immunity was taken away. The officer retired shortly after this incident and surely got the karma that he deserved. While this cop's actions were totally uncalled for, this next guy made things even worse.
Don't be reaching.
Man, I'm taking it here.
Don't be reaching.
You put your gun is shaking and you pointing your gun at my head.
My gun at your head.
In March 2014, private investigator Ken Shepard was conducting surveillance when a Los Angeles sheriff's deputy approached him and immediately became aggressive.
Holster your weapon, man. Holster your weapon. What can I do for you?
What do you mean holster my weapon?
Well, you pulling your weapon, so I'm telling you holster your weapon because you got nothing to fear. My hands are clearly in.
Okay, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm sitting here in my vehicle working. Why?
Some kind of PI or something?
Does it appear that I'm doing something illegal?
I don't know.
Okay, so what?
Step out for me.
We just went through this. Your other deputies end up in federal court. Please take your hands off of me.
122.
Get your watch commanders out. Please get your watch commander out here. Get your watch commander out here.
Shepard was clearly sick of these cops' intimidation tactics and refused to let him intimidate him. However, the deputy kept making things worse.
I'm asking you for your watch commander.
Anybody else in here?
Nobody's in here. I'm asking. I'm not being uncooperative at all.
You are being uncooperative.
How am I being uncooperative?
Because you're not doing what I'm telling you to do.
First of all, deputy, You pulled up here, you took a look-see, I rolled my windows down for you.
Okay.
My hands are clearly visible.
Okay.
And now you're
Just stay
grabbing
right
on
there.
me.
You just stay right there. Okay?
I haven't moved.
Okay.
So could you please let go of my wrist?
No, I'm not gonna let go of your wrist.
Fine.
Just stay right
You need your watch, Commander.
Okay, we'll get to all that.
I'm gonna ask you again, could you please put your weapon up?
No.
Okay. I didn't hear you request a watch, Commander.
I don't need a request to watch.
I'm asking for your watch,
Okay,
Commander.
we'll get to all that when we're done with you.
I'm asking for your watch, Commander. Deputy
Plunkett.
Plunkett. I'm asking for your watch, Commander.
Okay, we'll get him over here.
Your hands are shaking. That makes me feel very nervous.
Well, you're making me nervous.
Why am I making you nervous?
You're not doing what I'm telling you to do.
I haven't did anything that you asked me to do. You haven't asked me to do anything.
I told you to step out.
You didn't tell me to step
Yes, I
out.
did.
You want me to step out?
No, not right now.
Okay.
We're gonna wait now.
The deputy refused to de-escalate, and as they waited for a supervisor to arrive, he did something shocking.
Ask for the watch, Commander, please.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Okay, I need your horsepower.
We'll get to all that.
Okay.
In good time.
Right.
No, don't be reaching.
Man, I'm taking it
Don't
here.
be reaching.
You put
Yeah,
your gun
I'm
is
pointing my
shaking,
gun.
and you pointing your gun at my
Putting
head.
my gun at your head. Don't fucking reach. I told you not.
Man, I took my earpiece
Do
off.
not fucking reach.
Man, you need to put your weapon down. You need to put your weapon down, man.
I'm not gonna do nothing.
Hey, you need to get over here, senior. He's got his weapon at me and he's shaking.
What's going on right now?
It's nothing going on. Deputy, he's got his weapon pointed at my head. I haven't done a thing.
There was no reason for the deputy to draw his gun and point it at Shepard's head. He was simply adjusting his earpiece and suddenly found himself at gunpoint from a highly agitated officer.
He came up here, he put his hands on me. I asked for a watch, Commander. He's pulling his weapon on me. For what? For what?
I told you what for.
For what?
You're not listening to my commands. Not that I know of.
For what? What is he pulling his weapon on me for? I asked for his watch, Commander. You the sergeant.
Keep your hands on the steering wheel. Put your hands on the steering wheel.
Hey, your guy
Put your hands on the steering wheel.
Your senior
Put
sergeant's
your hands
here.
on the fucking
Would you tell him to drop?
What's going on?
Why is your officer cursing at me?
What's going on?
Why is your officer cursing at me?
Just do what he tells you.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
I understand.
My hands were in plain sight when he came up. I put my hands out in plain sight, okay? I see, he asked me, he started being basically disrespectful, telling me, what am I doing here? Would you please tell him to put his weapon down?
Despite the arrival of multiple officers, the crazy cop still has his gun pointed. Shockingly, none of the other cops were asking him to lower his weapon. This is why so many people have lost trust in law enforcement.
You got the taser?
Bonnie's getting it. Bonnie's getting it.
What's going on? What are you doing here?
I'm Code 5.
Where you work?
Where do I work? I work as a private investigator. And I just got through dealing with this in federal court with you guys. He pulled his weapon. All I did was remove my earpiece, and he pulled his weapon and pointed at my head. And he's still pointing his weapon at my head. I'm asking you to tell him to holster his weapon.
This is what we'll do. We'll go ahead and we'll back it up. Back it up. Keep your hands up. We're going to have you come out so we can figure out what's going on.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Finally, the officer regained his composure and lowered his weapon. The sergeant asked Shepard to get out of his vehicle, and he obliged this time.
I got it. What? Oh, no problem. No problem. I'm gonna turn around. No problem. No problem.
Ultimately, he was not charged with anything and was only given a ticket for a window tint violation. He filed a lawsuit against the deputy in the sheriff's office, and shockingly, the court ruled in favor of the deputy. It is unclear if he intends to appeal the decision, which is surely unjust. This officer made a huge mistake, but this next brutal cop took things up a notch.
Alright, chill. Get out of my head. Put your hands behind your back. Chill.
I got this. Are you okay?
In February 2024, a group of teenagers passed by a police car and shouted "F the police." The cops immediately pursued them, and while everyone else fled, one young man was caught. What happened next was absolutely disgraceful.
Alright, chill. Alright, chill. Out of my head. Put your hands behind your back. We gonna do it again. Alright, chill. Oh, you hit my face. Alright. I'm sorry. Alright, I'm complying. You move, I will break your face. Okay, I'm sorry. You understand me? Yes, I understand.
10-3.
I'm on.
Disregard.
I'm bleeding.
Where you at?
I'm bleeding. Oh, my face.
1376, Harris.
Alright, stop. That's my, that's the torch. Alright, sorry. Alright, I won't do it again.
Yeah, make sure you don't have a gun, brother.
I don't got a gun. I don't got, chill,
Officer Beavers was the pig who started the assault and couldn't even handle words from a teenager. It is shocking how someone can be treated for simply exercising their constitutional rights.
Heard it for what?
You're under arrest. Until you stop, you'll get run.
It wasn't that serious, bro.
It is now.
Alright, it is now, bro. Then you didn't have to do my face like that.
You can shut down the 60s, we're fine.
Bro, y'all pick up my AirPods and my phone and my Alright.
What's your name?
Bro, it's Adonis. Damn. Can I grab my AirPods and
I'll get them later.
Alright.
Hey, Wagon's back here.
Alright, chill, you don't have to do that. Alright.
And once, I'm not letting you run away. I'm getting you to the cruiser safely, you understand?
Alright, bro. Alright. Bro.
If you think that was bad, wait until you see how the tyrant escorted him to the police cruiser.
Separate your feet. You have one chance to listen.
Alright.
Separate your feet. Why?
Alright. Bro, you didn't even put these on me right.
Failure to comply.
Alright.
You're under arrest.
Alright.
And get some gloves, because you're covered in blood.
Alright.
You got AIDS?
No.
Hey, look at me. Look at me.
Bro.
If you spit or anything,
bro,
charge you a felony. You understand?
I'm not trying to spit. I got blood in my mouth. Bro.
Hey.
Alright,
no cussing.
Chill.
Separate your feet.
Chill.
Look at me like a man.
Chill. No, you just, bro, put your hands on me. Can y'all go grab my stuff?
We'll get your stuff.
Drop my phone, my air.
Focus on this for right now. Focus on this. Just listen to what he's saying, okay?
Got anything on you that poke me, stick me, harm me?
No. Damn, why you taking my, bro, like, bro, can you grab that?
Grab it a second. Chill out.
Bro, look out.
Separate your feet.
Oh yeah, you're a son. Keep your son. Oh my daddy, your son. Bro, look at you taking my boy.
Let me help you. Let me get those cuffs on you.
Officer Beavers definitely needs to develop a thicker skin, as this is no way to handle a person who said the F word to the cops. The other cops stood around and watched as the psycho kept assaulting him.
Because you're
Alright. Bro, hold still. Look at how far. Why don't doing this all night like what the
Yeah,
they shut that like
yeah, they shut it down.
Bro, like, what are you on there for?
You're looking for.
You ran? I'm making sure you don't have a weapon on you.
You're not gonna
Look at
find
me.
nothing on me.
I'm making sure you don't have a weapon on you.
You're not gonna find nothing on me. You're not gonna on me.
We need to backtrack it off this.
What's that?
Bro, can I get switched to a different cruiser? I do not want to go with this. I don't trust this. Oh my god.
That's not how this works.
I do not trust him. What the
Go unlock the thing. So put it in back.
Yeah.
Bro, I do not trust you.
I'll help you in a second.
Bro, oh my gosh.
Poor boy had blood all over his mouth, but none of the officers called for an ambulance. Instead, Officer Beavers was just adamant on taking him to the hospital.
To the right of the playground.
What do you have to do this for? Like,
you ran from us.
Alright, but you still don't have to.
I am a law enforcement
Alright, you don't
officer.
have to Yeah,
let him go. I think that way. Hey, will you let him go? Yeah. Come here. That says police. Can you read?
Yes.
I'm a Columbus police officer. When I stop you, you have to stop.
Alright.
You're now failing to comply.
Alright.
You're under arrest.
Alright.
You need to make it to Roger on the 3. Okay.
I got this. Are you okay?
That kid. Yeah. Yeah.
This was no way to treat a kid, and he was also taken to the police station and charged. However, karma struck soon, as Officer Beavers was immediately fired from the police department. Psychos like him have no right to wear the uniform. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today we witnessed moments where corrupt police officers were exposed and held accountable for their actions. These ego-driven officers are among the worst, and their behavior clearly shows they are unfit for power. Thankfully, most of them received the humbling that they deserved and were removed from their department. We can only hope that other officers learn from this and improve their conduct. If you agree with me, please support us by liking this video. Also, if you enjoyed this video, watch how these evil cops were owned by higher authority.
You about to find out.